Hi guys, நம்ம Genshin விளாட போகிறோம். furina build பண்ணணும். ஆர்டிஃபேக்ட்ஸு இது நல்லா கிடச்சிச்சு. நான் செக்கர் தான் கொடுக்குறோம், மற்ற எதுவுமே வரவே மாட்டேன். அப்புறம் லேட்டின் கொஸ்ட்டு கண்டினியூ பண்ண போகிறோம். லேட்டின் கொஸ்ட்டு இப்போ பாதி வந்துருவானு தெரியல. நான் ஒரு ஆர்க்கு முடித்தேன், இன்னும் 2 ஆர்க்கு முடித்தேன். இப்போ பார்ப்போம். இப்போ அதுக்கு முன்னாடி மட்டும் ஆஃப் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். நம்ம கொஸ்ட்டு பண்ண ஆன் பண்ணிக்கலாம். அது என்ன பண்ணலாம்? மோரா இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். மோராவில் இருக்கு 800k தானா? 600k எப்போ நான் இருக்குமா? அடுத்த போகுமா? இல்லை என்ன பண்ணலாம்? டேலண்ட்ஸ் க்ரௌன் அவ்வளோவா இல்லை. டேலண்ட்ஸ் இப்போ நான் ஃப்ரீனாவே இப்படி பண்ணோம். எனக்கு தான் தேவையில்ல புரியுது. ஃப்ரீயாக டேலண்ட்ஸ் பண்ண முடியான்னு பார்ப்போம். டேலண்ட்ஸ் கிடையாது. வெப்பன் இதே கன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணிவிடுவோமா? இந்த ஃபிஷ் எடுக்கணும். இது நல்லா இருக்குன்னா அதனால அது பண்ணியும் லைட்டு இப்போ நம்ம ஆர்டிஃபேக்ட்ஸை போவோம். இது ஆர்டிஃபேக்ட்ஸ் முடிக்கிறத பார்ப்போம். ஓகே, இப்படி
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
ஓகே, நம்ம ஆர்டிஃபேக்ட்ஸ் போவோம். இந்த டொமைன் தான்.
for mercy. Everybody stand back. Crush. Huh? Huh? Things are about to get dicey. Time to go. Shudder. I'm going in. Let's light it up. Beg for mercy. Quietly now. Crush. Here comes the catch. Silly churl, Billy churl. Freeze to the core. Busted. Shudder. Everybody stand back. Things are about to get dicey. Go! Higher, higher, pants on fun.
Okay. 50 அடிக்கிறான் 50 sound சூப்பரா
Crush. Let's light it up.
ஆமாம் மொத்தமா அந்த போல்
Fun's over.
சாமி வர பார்த்தோம்
Will be mine. I'm going in.
அப்பா இருயா
Take it easy. Busted. Shudder.
ஓகே அவ்வளோதான் இது ஹாய் ப்ரோ தீபா வெல்கம் டு த ஸ்ட்ரீம் இதை நல்லா கொடுங்களா இப்போ இருக்க சப்டட் தான் ஒழுங்காக கொடுத்துருக்கான் இதெல்லாம் இந்த நேரம் தெரியல பார்ப்போம் ஓகே ஃப்ளவரு ஏன் 2 டிஃப்ரென்ஸா ஸோ அது கிரிப்ட் இல்லாது 2 டிஃப்ரென்ஸாக இருக்குது அப்புறம் பார்த்துக்கலாம் நோட்டிப்போம் வா நிமிஷம் ஓகே
Quietly now. Here comes the catch.
Over. 100k.
Everybody stand back. Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
Yeah, 1 HP. Okay, I'm going to do that.
Quietly now. Blood of frost. Crush. Gotcha. I'm going in. Here comes the catch.
The board.
Mercy. Crush.
Hey, Maria.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's light it up.
Okay.
Bust it. Things are about to get dicey.
Yeah. வா ஓகே நல்லா தான் கொடுக்கணும் இப்போ நல்லா ஸ்ட்ராங் பாக்ஸ் இருக்கு போட்டு எடுத்துட்டு வந்துதான் ஓகே ஃப்ளவர் ஃபெதர் டேமேஜ் ஹெச்பி டிஃபென்ஸ் ஓகே நல்லா தான் இருக்கு பட் டிஃபென்ஸ் ஏன் அங்கே வச்சு அதுக்குள்ள வேற ஏதாவது இஆர் அது வந்து அப்படி பண்ணல பார்த்துக்கலாம்
Beg for mercy. Off we go. Crush.
Come on. Okay. Another board.
Freeze to the core. Here comes the catch. See? Draw's over.
100k super.
Shudder. Let's light it up. More speed. Rack and ruin. Gotcha.
Oh, sides.
Eye for an eye. Things are about to get dicey.
Okay.
I condemn you.
Oh, குத்தி வளர்க்குறான்
Teamwork is dreamwork. Eye for an eye. Quiet now. Blood of frost.
அந்த போர்டு
More speed. Game's up. Fun's over.
ஓலி
Fire, fire, hands on fire.
கிட்டே அவளையா
Gotcha. Everybody stand back. Crush. Ha. Busted. Here comes the catch.
ஓகே அவ்வளோதான் அவ்வளோதான் லெட்ஸ் கோ ஓகே ஃபெதர் இது அந்த பீஸா ஓகே நம்ம ஸ்டார் மாஸ்டர் போட்டுருக்கோம் லெட்ஸ் கோ
Quiet now. Shudder. Teamwork is dreamwork.
ஏய் வா இங்கே சுத்தேன் அந்த போர்டு
About to get dicey. Time to go. Crush. Freeze to the core. Busted. Shudder. Fun's over.
அவ்வளோதான் காலி அவனுங்க. ஐயோ fish products.
Take it easy. Gotcha. Let's light it up. I condemn you. Vengeance will be mine. Here comes the catch. Everybody stand back. Go.
ஐயோ மிஸ் பண்ணிட்டேன். ரொம்ப டிஸ்டன்ஸ் போயிட்டேன். 52 அடிக்கிறா எல்லாம் வேற லெவலியா.
More speed.
ஓகே.
Let's light it up. Game's up.
டேய் அன்ட் போட்டானா?
Teamwork is dreamwork.
இது அவ்வளோதான். லெட்ஸ் கோ. இந்த வாட்டி என்ன கொடுக்க போகிறானோ. ஓகே ஃபெதர் பெட்ரேடோ சூப்பரா. அதை விட இது பேட்டரியா சூப்பரா ஒரு நான் 2 டசன் இருக்கு பார்த்துக்கலாம். ஒரே நிமிஷம். ஓகே. ஓகே. Let's go.
Quiet now.
The board.
Freeze to the core. Let's light it up. Going in. Busted. Here comes the catch. Higher, pants on fire. Gotcha. Teamwork is dreamwork. Quietly now. Shudder. Things are about to get dicey. Go. Crush. Vengeance will be mine. Shudder. Crush. Everybody stand back. Shudder. Busted. Game's up. Fun's over. Time to go. Gotcha.
Okay.
Take it easy.
ஓகேயா போவோம். எவ்வளோதான் இதில் போட்டு எடுத்துப்போம் லாங் பாஸில் அவ்வளோதான் வரட்டும்.
Things are about to get dicey. Teamwork is dreamwork. Crush. Freeze to the core. Go. Rack and ruin. Busted.
உள்ள போடியா.
Here comes the catch.
ஓகே.
Gotcha. Beg for mercy.
ஹாய் ப்ரோ விக்கன் ஜிஜி வெல்கம் டு ஸ்ட்ரீம் ப்ரோ. சிஎஸ்கோ செக் பண்ணீங்களா? பண்ணேன் ப்ரோ. அது என்னன்னா நான் ஸ்ட்ரீமே போடாமல் பண்ணால் மேக்ஸிமம் 30 FPS வருது. அப்பப்போ ட்ராப்பில் ஒரு 27 25 போகலாம் இல்லை. ஆனால் ஸ்ட்ரீம் போட்டால் தான் கூட பிரச்சனை. என்னன்னா மேக்ஸிமம் 90 FPS தான் வரும். ட்ராப் போனால் 15 அப்புறம் 13லாம் போகிறான் ப்ரோ எஃப்பிஎஸ்ஸு. ரொம்ப கஷ்டம் ப்ரோ. பேசி ஹாய் ப்ரோ விட்டு ஸ்ட்ரீம் ப்ரோ. கிராஃபிக்ஸ் லோவா இருக்கிறதுலே லோவஸ்ட் கிராஃபிக்ஸ் ப்ரோ. ட்ரை பண்ண வரல ப்ரோ. ஆனால் ஸ்ட்ரீம் 720p 30 FPS தான் வச்சேன். 480னா அது நல்லா இருக்காது ப்ரோ. 480p பண்ணோம்னா அது அப்படிதான் என்ன பண்ணுறது. ஓகே ஓகே ப்ரோ. ஓகே ஓகே பார்த்துக்கலாம். நீங்கள் வேணா சொல்லுங்கள் ஆஃப்லைன் வேணா விளாட்டு இப்போ கூட. ஆஃப்லைன் ஸ்ட்ரீம் படம் விளாட்னா பிரச்சனை இல்லை. அப்போ கீழே போட்டுக்கணும். ஓகே ஊட்டா எங்கேயா மாறுத்தலையா? ஓகே அப்பா இதாச்சு. ஓகே ப்ரோ. நான் ஒன் டே லைவ் கூட பிளான் போடும்போது அப்போது வாங்க அவ்வளோ ஆஃப்லைனில் ப்ளே பண்ணலாம். ஓகே ப்ரோ. ஆஸ்க் நாண்டி யூ மைட் நோ. நாண்டியா எதை பற்றி ப்ரோ கேட்குறீங்க? சிஎஸ்கோவா? இதை பற்றின கரெக்டாக சொல்லுங்கள் பெருசி ப்ரோ. இன்னும் இன்ஸ்டால் பண்ணலை அதான் ப்ரோ. பண்ணுங்க ப்ரோ. அப்புறம் பண்ணுங்க. திருப்பி போவோம். யுவர் ஸ்ட்ரீம் இஷ்யூ. என்னோட ஸ்ட்ரீம் இஷ்யூவா? இப்போ ஸ்ட்ரீம் ஒழுங்காக தானே வருது. ஸ்ட்ரீம் இஷ்யூனா சிஎஸ்கோ பண்ணும்போது சொல்லுறீங்களா? வா நான் கேட்குறேன் ப்ரோ. நாண்டி ப்ரோ கிட்ட ஒரு அப்போ லைவ் வரும்போது. இந்த போர்டு 20Kவா? லிட்டில் லேகா? அது அப்படிதான் ப்ரோ. இதுக்கிட்ட இந்த ஆன்டி அனலைசிங் ஆஃபில் தான் வச்சுருக்கேன். நான் ஸ்டோரி பண்ணும்போது மட்டும் தான் அதை ஆன் பண்ணுவேன். ஆன்டி நான் ஸ்டோரி பண்ணுவோம் ஆஃபில் இருந்தால் ஒரு மாதிரி ஃபிக்ஸ்லேட்டாக இருக்கும். ஆமாம் அதுக்கு மட்டும் ஆன் பண்ணுவேன். இந்த மாதிரி ஃபைட்டிங்கு அப்புறம் ஃபார்மிங் பண்ணுறதுக்குலாம் ஆஃப் பண்ணிக்கணும். லைட்டாக ஃப்ரெண்டாக இருக்குமா இதுதான் சொல்லுங்க. ஓ வேஸ்ட் பண்ணிட்டேன்.
I'm going in.
ஓகே
Gotcha. Beg for mercy. Rack and ruin. Quietly now. Vengeance will be mine.
சொல்லிட்டு போடு.
Things are about to get dicey.
ஸ்டாமினா பத்த மாட்டேங்குதியா? இது வேற
Higher, higher, can't find fire.
100k 120k ஆகுது.
Gotcha. Everybody stand back. Take it easy.
ஓகே
I didn't factor this in. You never miss.
சபா
Here comes the catch.
இப்படியே முடிச்சிடறேன் நான். ஓகே இது
Take it easy.
நல்லா தான் பண்ணுங்கடா. சாக்லேட் மட்டும் செம்மையா. சாக்லேட் நல்லா கொஞ்சம் செம்ம லக்கு சாக்லேட்டுக்கு. மற்ற பீஸ்லாம் தேவை. டைம் பீஸா இதை ஏன்டா குடிக்கிறீங்க? இது நல்லா தான் இருக்குது. அப்புறம் வச்சுப்போம் சாப்பிடும். இன்னும் இந்த 2 வாட்டி அந்த கேரக்டருக்கு ஃபார்ம் பண்ணுறீங்களா? ஆமாம் ப்ரோ ஃபார்ம் பண்ணுறேன். ஃப்ரீன் ஆகும்.
Quietly now. Shudder. Let's light it up. Things are about to get dicey. See?
அழுத்து வரலையாண்ணா? ஒரு அழுத்து போடு. 82k அதான்
Teamwork is dreamwork. Busted.
தெரியும் தான் போச்சியா?
Here comes the catch.
தெரியாமல் கொடுத்துட்டேன்.
Take it easy. Quietly now.
இது வேற கூல் ஒன்று ஆயிடுச்சு. சே
Beg for mercy. Shudder. Crush.
ஓகே அல்ட்டு வந்துச்சு.
Things are about to get dicey.
ஒரு அல்ட்ட போதும்.
Everybody stand back. Busted.
ஹீல் பண்ணியா ஓகே.
Gotcha. TJ. I condemn you. Blood of frost. Here comes the catch.
ஐயோ
Cross over.
78
Busted. Beg for mercy.
இவ்வளோலையும் முடிச்சாச்சு.
Quietly now. I'm going in. Things are about to get dicey. See?
அவ்வளோதான். சவா எப்படியோ ஒரே வாட்டி மட்டும் ஆகணும்.
Take it easy.
ஓகே ஃப்ளவர் கொடுத்துருக்கான் கவான். ஏய் அட்டாக்கு ஹெச்பி டிஃபென்ஸு எப்படி கொடுத்துருக்கான் அதாவது எனர்ஜி ரீசார்ஜ் ஸ்கிரிப்ட் டேமேஜ்லாம் கொடுத்துருக்கலாம் எதுவுமே வரல சரி இது கடைசி இது ஒரே லாஸ்ட்டு இது போவோம் இதுக்கப்புறம் ஸ்ட்ராங் பாக்ஸ் போயிட்டு பார்ப்போம் திரும்ப ட்ராஷ் ஆட பாக்ஸ்லாம் போட்டு இதை எடுக்கணும் ஒரே நிமிஷம் ஒரு மினிட் ஓகே வந்துட்டேன் யூஐடி என்ன ப்ரோ யூஐடி அப்புறம் பார்க்குறோம் ப்ரோ செக் பண்ணுறோம் ரிவ்யூவா இதை பார்க்குறோம் ப்ரோ ஓகே நாட் ரிவ்யூ ரெக்வஸ்ட் ரிவ்யூ இல்லையா ஃப்ரெண்ட் ரெக்வஸ்ட் மட்டும் இருந்தா 100K அப்போ ஸ்டாமினா வர பத்த மாட்டேங்குதியா போடு ஓகே கடைசி உனக்கு 2 பேர் ஸ்டாமினா தான் பத்தல ஐயோ போடு 79K நம்ம அவ்வளோதான் எல்லாரும் 2 பேரும் வந்துச்சு ஐயோ சாப்பிட்றேன் நான் மிரட்டு ஹீரங்கையா மெல்ட்டு 34 ஓகே அவ்வளோதான் ஒரு வேப்பு பாட்டி ஒரு தான் கடைசி இங்கே டைம் பீஸ் செகண்ட் நல்லா தான் வச்சுருக்கேன் கிரிட்டட் மாதம் ஆகுது அட்டாக்கா நான் ஹெச்பி தானே தேவை அட்டாக் தேவைக்கு தெருக்குன்னு போட்டோம் அது அப்புறம் யூஸ் ஆகும் ஓகே ஸ்ட்ராங் பாக்ஸ் போவோம் ஓகே ரசம் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க சூப்பராக இருங்க யூஐடி பாஸ் பண்ணுங்க ஒரே நிமிஷம். 856 ஓகே. இது காசு வச்சுருக்கீங்களா? சூப்பர் தான். ஹண்ட்ரட் சடை. ஓகே இங்கே வந்தாச்சு. மோரா 800K இருக்குது, பிரச்சனை இல்லை. இந்தியா கோல்டன் ட்ரூப்பு இது ஓகே. இது இஆர்இஎம் ஹெச்பி அதான் இருக்குது. இது தேவையில்ல. இதுவும் தேவையில்ல. இது நோப். இது இருக்கட்டும், பார்த்துக்கலாம். அப்புறம் இந்த செட்லாம் நான் யூஸே பண்ண போகிறேன். டேமேஜ் தேவைப்படும், இருக்கட்டும். இது அட்டாக் அதான் இருக்குது. டபுள் கட் விழலாம் இருந்தாலும் ஃபிசிக் டேமேஜ் டேமேஜ் இது தேவையில்ல. இது இருக்கணும். சூப்பராக இது ரெண்டும் நல்லா தான் இருக்குது. ஆனால் இது டபுள் கட் வரப்போகுது இல்லை அப்படின்னு. ஸோ இருக்கட்டும். ஹெச்பி இது தேவையில்லை. எதுன்னு போட்டோம் 6 கரெக்டாக இருக்கு. ஓகே இதை போனோம். இந்த ரோல் பண்ணுவோம். ஆமாம் நல்ல பீஸ். 2 டைம் பீஸா? டைம் பீஸு தேவையில்ல. டிஃபென்ஸ் பெஸ்ட்டு. ரெண்டுமே டிஃபென்ஸு கேர்ஸியா? ரெண்டுமே போட்டால் ரெண்டும் வரல. சீரியஸ்லி இது எதுவும் தேவையில்ல. இது கிட்ட தான் விழலாம் இருக்கட்டும். வேற போட்டுருவோம். கேட்காம வேற ஏதாவது போடுறா. ஓகே செமையா சூப்பரா. இது வந்து கிட்ட எடுந்துச்சு. சூப்பர். டபுள் கிட்டு கரெக்ட் ஆகிடும். ஃப்ளவர் ஃப்ளவர் அந்த அப்டேட் பண்ணுவோம். கிட்டு விளாடணும் நம்மளுக்கு. கிட்டு தான். ஓகே மேக்ஸ் இங்கே இது போட்டிருக்கேன். ஓகே 5.4 5.4 ரெண்டும் ஒன்று தான். இதே போட்டுருவோம் வேணும். ஓகே நிறைய இருக்கு, பொறுமையாக பண்ணுவோம். கிட்டு வில்லணும். கிட் ரேட் வந்தால் போதும். கமான் கிட் ரேட். ஐயோ டிஃபென்ஸ் போட்டானே பெஸ்டியா. சரிதான் டேமேஜ் இருக்குது. ஸோ அப்போ லெவலப் பண்ணுவோம். இல்லை வேறு எதாவது பண்ணுவோமா? வெறும் ஒரே நிமிஷம். வேறு என்ன பீஸ் பண்ணாமல் இருக்கு. இது ஓகே தான். ஃபெதர் மாற்றணும்னு சொன்னால் இதே கொண்டு போட்டாச்சு. இது ஃபெதர் போடணுமா? இது எனர்ஜி ரீசார்ஜ் சூப்பராக இருக்கு. ஓகே இது பிரச்சனை இல்லை. ஹைட்ரோ டேமேஜ் போனஸ் இது ஓகே. காப்லெட்டும் ஃபெதருமா? இல்லை ஹைட்ரோ டேமேஜ் வந்தால் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. கோல்டன் ட்ரூப்பில் வரலன்னா நம்ம இதை போட்டு நம்ம ஃப்ளவரை மாற்றணும். ஸோ அப்படியே வச்சுருந்தோம். அவ்வளோதான். டைம் பீஸ் இல்லைன்னா இருக்கலாம். நம்ம இதே பண்ணுவோம். ஃப்ளவரே டெவலப் பண்ணலாம். ஓகே ஓகே கிரிட் டேமேஜ் சூப்பரா 10 வந்துருக்கு. ஓகே 11 ஓகே கமான் கிரிட் டேமேஜ் ஐயோ டிஃபென்ஸ் போட்டானே ஐயோ டிஃபென்ஸே வரக்கூடாது அங்கே போய் போடுறான் எவ்வளோதான் இதுக்கப்புறம் எதுவும் இல்லைன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இது 2 பீஸ் அவ்வளோதான் 2 பீஸ் இப்போதைக்கு கொண்டு போகிறது. இது 2 பீஸ் தான். இதுவும் செட்டு தான். இது செட் ஆகிடுச்சு எல்லாம் செட் ஆகிடுச்சு. 2 பீஸ் மட்டும்தான். ஒன்று நான் இதை மாற்றணும் இல்லைனா அதை மாற்றணும். இதான் இது சூப்பராக இருக்குது ஆக்சுவலாக. அப்போ என்ஜிரி சேகர் இருக்குது. டேமேஜ் 7.82 சூப்பர் சேகர். இது போட்டோன்னா டிஃப்ரென்ஸ்லாம் இருக்குது. இதில் ரிட்டர்ட் ஓகே தான். இருந்தாலும் காப்பட் கிடைக்கிறது ரொம்ப கஷ்டம். சரி நம்ம ஸ்டாப்லெட் சரி இருக்கட்டும் இருக்கட்டும். இது 59 அதே தான் இருக்குது. வெப்பன் பைப்பு போடணும். அது ஃபார்ம் பண்ணணும். இதுவும் ஓகே தான் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. பைப் வெப்பன் ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கும். ஓகே இப்போதைக்கு முடிச்சா ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஆரம்பிப்போம். எங்கேயா ஃபஸ்ட்டு அதாவது வேறு கேரக்டர் இன்வால்வ் ஆகிருந்தோம் ஆக்சுவலாக பார்த்தேன். இதுதான் முடிக்கணும் ஃபஸ்ட்டு முடிக்க தேவையில்ல. அது ஒரு பார்ட் மட்டும் பண்ணோம். இங்கேருந்தே நான் போய் நடந்து போயிடலாம்.
Take it easy. Huh? Why are all these people gathered around? Did something happen? Let's go take a look.
How's it looking, Doc? Is there any hope for him?
Chill, bro. I'm thinking. This dude's Milray, right? What a little champ. Barely made a noise, despite all the pain he must be in. Did he fight in the war?
That's right. We'd never normally send such a young Tepetlosaur into battle, but we couldn't stop him. Developed a real knack for sneaking past us and running off to the front line to fight the Abyss. He's a smart one, that's for sure. Might not be the strongest, but he ran rings around those abyssal monsters. We even awarded him a Warrior's Medal after the war ended. But then he took a turn for the worse a few days ago. He's been having fainting spells ever since.
Poor little guy. Already a battle-worn veteran, yet still so young.
Hey, Kachina! What's going on here? Traveler, Paimon! A long time no see! So basically, there's this young Tepetlosaur in our tribe called Milray. We're not sure what's wrong with him, but he's been getting weaker and weaker by the day. Eva's taking a look at him. Nyan, who he grew up with, is here too. We're all really worried about him.
When my daughter got lost in the mountains, it was Milray who helped bring her back.
To think that he made it through the war, but now that peace has finally come.
Steady there, bro.
We'll find a way. Ah, you're that cuckoo thesaurus from the vet clinic. Huh? What are you on about? So this Aoife you just mentioned, does it actually...
Hey, yo, everyone! Please chill. I think I've got this figured out. For a juvenile Saurian, he showed remarkable courage in the war, but he's too young to be using that much phlogiston. As a result, he developed a rare pathological change. The initial symptoms might not have been obvious, but he's gone untreated for so long that his condition is now very serious.
You mean he originally got sick during the war, but the symptoms only just started to show up now?
That's right. He may have just been acting tough this whole time. Didn't want his friends stressing out over him.
Aoife, there must be something you can do, right? Please help him.
Something this rare? I don't have anything on hand that can treat it. Good news is that I read about a similar case back when I was still studying. The scroll mentioned 2 essential ingredients. First up, an herbaceous perennial known as an ocean zephyr. Though they can grow practically anywhere, they're exceedingly rare. Second, honestly, I couldn't figure it out back then either. The name recorded was Sacred Flame Crystal, but there wasn't much else to go on beyond that.
Sacred flame? Like the one burning in the stadium?
When Mualani and I took part in the pilgrimage of the Return of the Sacred Flame, we collected loads of contending sparks during the team stage. Apparently, they're sparks from the Sacred Flame itself. They even make you feel all warm and fuzzy while you carry them. Do you think these crystals might be something similar?
From the name, I'd say we're looking for a rarer, purer form of Sacred Flame.
You sure there's even such a thing? We've been in Natland for ages now, but we've never come across anything like that.
So it would seem, as it happens.
Huh? For real, Uncle Pakal?
It's a coincidence that I've even heard of it. Apparently, the people of Natland knew how to make a special kind of sacred flame crystal way back when. I'm not sure exactly how they did it, but the other chiefs might know something. I'll go ask them. Thank you, Aoife. Your diagnosis was a huge help. Mind if I keep you a little longer?
Sure thing, dude. I'll stick around until we've got some results.
Great. In that case, let's go our separate ways for now. Milray needs some proper rest, and he's not going to get that with so many people gathered around. I'll let you all know as soon as there's any news. Fingers crossed, he'll soon be on the mend.
What up, my dudes? Hey, come on, chill. The name's Aoife, a vet from the Flower Feather Clan. This here's my assistant, Kakuku. Dude's all about copying what others say.
Where?
The Traveler in Paimon, yeah? Everyone's heard all about you two. You're absolute legends. The total package. Brave, wise, and strong. Best hero duo I've ever seen. No contest.
Aww, you're making Paimon blush.
Truth is, I spent the war treating wounded Saurians. Never got a chance to fight alongside you. Yo, thanks, bro. I appreciate that.
There was always a long line outside Aoife's clinic back then. Even Kakuku was so busy, he was running around like a headless chicken. Seriously! Seriously!
True that. More wounded were piling up by the day. Dude, the Abyss is no joke. Sneaky enough to hit us right where it hurts. Lots of docs have dropped at their posts over the last few years. There's some fresh talent rolling in recently. I'm hoping they could step up quick. But vet med's no joke. There's a ton of challenges to overcome before you could be a qualified vet. No matter how hard you hit the books, you're still gonna run into all kinds of weird diseases that are hard to treat. Like Milray's. So rare it doesn't even have a name. If my old man hadn't forced me to read all kinds of different stuff when I was a kid, I'd probably only be able to suggest a more conservative treatment. It's true what they say, bro. There's always more to learn.
Oh, so your dad was a vet too?
Yeah, totally. Our family's medical knowledge has been passed down over generations. My old man started steering me toward being a vet when I was a kid, schooling me on all kinds of herbs. And man, if I forgot anything, out came the broom. My family's been vets for generations now. No clue who it was that kicked off the tradition though, you know? Back when I was a kid, my dad said something about our skills being medicine born of guilt. But the reason we got into it doesn't really matter. What matters is that it's useful.
Guilt? Sounds pretty strange to Paimon. Usually you only feel guilty when you've done something wrong.
Who knows? After he passed, there wasn't anybody else I could ask. I figure it's because guilt gnaws at anyone practicing medicine. When you fail to fix someone up, I've been there. So I'm gonna do my best to make sure that doesn't happen this time. I don't recall ever seeing a record of any patient with his malady who was successfully cured. So maybe Heck yeah, I do. Oh, looks like the Chiefs are back. Let's go see what they have to say.
The last time I was here, I remember seeing him happily rolling around with Io. This is so sudden.
Well, as the saying goes, illness strikes like a landslide. It's not uncommon for people and Saurians to just collapse overnight.
Given that he first fell sick during the war, he's done well to make it this far.
Hey, little guy. Are you okay? Does it hurt?
For one so young to risk life and limb on the field of battle. This too is a responsibility we adults must bear.
Whoa. All 6 tribal chiefs in one place? Not something you see every day.
It's true that we used to hardly ever meet up like this. The affairs of our own tribes were usually enough to keep us all swamped. These days, though, group dinners on our days off have practically become the routine, so don't look too surprised.
Group dinners? More like group mooching. You guys always seem to end up at my place. So shameless.
Well, your cooking is too good to resist. You've seen how hopeless the rest of us are in that regard. Anyway, let's get down to business.
Aoife, we've been informed about the situation. Once again, it's a good thing you were here to help out. Milray and the other Tepetlosaurs have helped transport goods for the Flower Feather clan in the past. We won't just stand by and watch while he suffers.
I just happened to come across a record of a case like his back home, but I don't know anything about this sacred flame crystal.
I haven't heard of it either. Can the sacred flame even take other forms?
It can indeed. While I've never seen this happen in the flesh, I have read references to it in woven scrolls. In ancient Natlan, besides the pilgrimage of the return of the sacred flame, there is said to have been another way to produce sacred flame, known as the Bloom Flower Trials. It was a combat exercise, held jointly by the 6 tribes, that was even more intense than the pilgrimage. So they occasionally yielded an even purer form of secret flame.
Sacred flame crystals!
For real? How have I never heard of that?
Simple. The Bloomflower trials haven't been held for centuries. Something seems to have happened the last time they were held. But it was so long ago that I don't know the specifics. The more reasonable explanation is this: that people once believed these sacred flame crystals to be vessels of extraordinary power, and that warriors could use them to enhance their own strength. In reality, they turned out to be far less miraculous than hoped for. In some rare, very specific circumstances, they proved irreplaceable, but they were not so different from the regular sacred flame in essence. The pilgrimage produced enough sacred flame, making the Bloomflower trials obsolete, and thus they were forgotten.
Ah, I get it. So to save Milray, we have to revive the Bloomflower trials and get all 6 tribes to take part. Ooh, that sounds rough.
I'd say we'd be better off not treating it like some kind of hassle. All 6 tribes need to take part, sure, but not everyone has to show up. We can keep it voluntary, so warriors who happen to have time can sign up and fight it out of their own accord. Since the war ended, the pilgrimage has become more like a tournament for our warriors to compete in and keep themselves in shape. So why not let them hone their skills on a fresh new stage?
We should never drop our guard completely, even in times of peace. But like that, it seems high time we restarted the Bloomflower trials.
I'm with you on that. Nothing gets the blood pumping like a contest to see which tribe's the strongest, huh?
No objections on my part.
I'll go discuss this with the others. I'm sure there will be plenty of warriors who'll be itching to take part. I can't speak for everyone else, but I can guarantee that Molani will be there. There's nothing she loves more than a lively occasion.
And I guess your vote was a foregone conclusion, eh, Pakal? Great. We're all in agreement then.
Nice!
Thanks, everyone. It really means a lot.
Let's head back to our tribes and see how many people are willing to sign up. If interest is high, we'll hold a big event. But if not, we'll keep it small.
Agreed. Rules will be crucial too. A competition without rules is just mindless violence. And that's not what we want.
I'll draw up an outline. Let's meet up at the Speaker's Chamber later. After all, we'll still need the Pyro Archon's final approval.
Oh yeah, and we'll also need some Ocean Zephyrs to cure Milray. Who'll go gather them while we're organizing the trials?
I've got that covered. I just noticed that some of Milray's friends have shown up.
You mean these Saurians? You're right. There's all sorts. Seems like he's quite the popular little fella, huh?
Kakuku, can you hit them up and ask if they'd be down to lend a claw?
Sure thing, bro. I've got you, bro.
Must be nice having a Saurian companion who can talk.
Well, if that's everything, how about we call it a day?
All right. See you later. Aoife, let's head back. And bring these Saurians along too. We've got to teach them how to identify Ocean Zephyrs.
See ya, little guy. We'll come visit you again soon. Whoa! They sure are quick on their feet. Guess they're chiefs for a reason. When they decide on something, it gets done right away. But that's what you're here for, right? Whenever Paimon puts things off, even for just a while, you'll handle them straight away. Oh, wow. Go away, bro.
Even Kakuku's done with this conversation.
I'll go spread the word. Kachina, you gonna sign up?
Of course!
In that case, let's head over together. Traveler, Paimon, see you at the speaker's chamber in a bit.
So far, so good. At this rate, Milray will be better in no time. Aw, you're awake. Wanna try getting a bit more sleep? You think so? Is he feeling hungry then? Hey, Kakuku, can you help us translate? Oh, long gone. Oh no, he does seem pretty anxious. What are you trying to say, little guy? Koichi! You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. I was about to leave, actually. But it's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just... well, I'll make things awkward if I'm around my sister right now.
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so Paimon can understand.
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
Yeah, she was super helpful. She gave us a lot of useful information about the Abyss.
That's good. That's all I needed to know.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met.
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes. I had no idea what you might face in the Night Kingdom, so I didn't want to take any chances.
So what you're saying is...
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps her keep her cool for a little while, at least. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I wanted. Can't learn about this, or it'll be even harder to help her. I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Anyway, I need to get going. Enjoy the celebration! Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find!
In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Paimon's had enough of them!
let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Woohoo! Well done, Kachina. Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad I finally made it.
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a great future ahead of you.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
I had no choice. My friend invited me. I couldn't just say no.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first round?
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild, so I stopped to bandage his wounds. When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured Kachina would have no trouble replacing me.
But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started thinking about swapping teams too.
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you like that.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden Wars. That's the highest honor.
So, what about you guys? Did you make it far?
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day. We got disqualified.
Serves you all right. No sympathy from me.
All right. There's none are some of the strongest people I've ever met. If they were allowed to participate in the pilgrimage, I have no doubt that they'd win the whole thing. They've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, I believe I can become even stronger still. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Dion-san. They all helped the Traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. They too deserve to be called our heroes, so please give another round of applause for them. Thank you so much!
Well said!
I'll drink to that. How does it feel being a hero, Kachina?
To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming. It all just feels so surreal. Well, you better get used to it! Next up, undefeated champion! Hey, please don't make fun of me.
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you two.
How did you know? That's Paimon's favorite!
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because they had their own lives to live. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time, for in 500 years Natlan will be destroyed, it seemed too cruel. You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short, and beyond a point, it just doesn't seem real. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. It would sound quite ridiculous. I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. The plan could still work without them. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt duty-bound to see it through to the end.
Paimon's suddenly remembering that portrait in your room. Was that your family from back then?
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister grew up to be, the truth is that very little information survives. From what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she ended up as an architect and artist. She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and building many houses. But of course, none of her buildings are around anymore. Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very proud of her. You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. But this is something I have long since come to terms with. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already far more fortunate than those who lost their lives to the Abyss. The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through to the very end, no matter what I may find there.
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends has already been written, including your plan?
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. The past, present, and future coexist, and all are equally important. Even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up on the here and now. And it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never give up on our struggle. This is a pivotal moment. We are still 2 heroes short. Well, 3 to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to get on my side, whatever it takes. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. It would easily make you an all-important figure in the upcoming battle. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will also forge a brand new ancient name for you.
Ancient names can be forged?
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them in circulation would have long dwindled to 0. Possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. Your stories would be remembered by our people for all the years to come. The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still, take this as my personal guarantee that I shall never let you fall. Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
Yeah, we can't just ignore the situation here.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. She's the one who will forge the name. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power. Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time, and You're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
Take it easy. I see. Thank you so much. The Adventurers Guild has been overwhelmed these
சிவா இந்த
days.
மைக் வர பிரச்சனை பண்றான். இப்போ கேட்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன் வாய்ஸ்.
We've always valued the
மைக்
strength
இருக்கும்
of
போது
adventurers.
அதுக்கு
Given the current situation, it's
இப்போ
vital
கேட்கும்.
that we all work together.
ஓகே
Since we're facing the
ஒரு
same
ஏன்ஷியன்
enemies,
வேற கொடுக்க
I'll
போறாங்க.
send you the intel we've collected on the abyss.
இது நான் நாமளே சூஸ் பண்ணுறதா தான்
Then we can take a
நினைக்கிறேன்.
look at how to coordinate
ஆப்ஷன்
our
பார்ப்போம்.
efforts.
All right. Thank you so much.
சூப்பர்.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Got any new commissions?
Ah, you two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan. Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land. Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action. Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information rather than running around and trying to tackle everything at once. So please also take a chance to relax, you two. You've been working hard these days, and this will be a good opportunity for some well-deserved rest.
So that's the plan! Whew, we can finally stop and take a break.
Okay.
It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and do nothing.
சொன்னா
The
ரைட்ஸா?
movements of the abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the past. The people here generally see it as something like an acute natural disaster. Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives. We just all hope that day will be sooner rather than later.
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom.
ஆமாயா.
Is that the Traveler and Paimon? Hello, hello! Oh, hey, Kachina! Are you feeling better now? Yep. Now really isn't the time to stay home and recover anyway. I wanted to do something to help. I heard that the Pyro Archon is gathering warriors to be stationed in the more remote areas. So I came here to sign up. Don't think I haven't heard about all the things that you've been doing. With everyone working so hard, I've got to do my part too. Oh, by the way, Shilona told me that she was ordered to forge you an ancient name.
ஆமாயா. ancient name.
She said that she's all set and we can head over whenever we're ready.
Oh.
Wow, so we'll finally get to meet Shilonen, the legendary forger of ancient names. Paimon still can't believe anyone could forge those things. Shilonen is a true master. Not only can she forge ancient names, but also all sorts of new and fun things. She's always got a pile of commissions on her plate, so you usually have to wait a while before she finishes something. In this case, though, she's completely cleared her schedule just to work with you. She wants to give your name her full attention.
Okay.
Well, I've already signed up as a warrior, so all I have to do for now is wait for my assignment. If it's okay, maybe we can go to see Shilonen together? She wouldn't turn me away, right? I mean, I hope she wouldn't. Hey, have some confidence in yourself, Kachina. After all, you're already a victor of the Night Warden Wars. On second thought, maybe I'll just find a hole in the ground to jump into and hide for a while.
Okay, அடுத்த arc 3 start ஆ. Super. Okay, children of the course போயிடும். TP. பிட்டட் ஒழுங்கா வருதா? ஒழுங்கா தான் இருக்கு. Okay, let's go.
Shilonen, I brought the person who needs an ancient name. She's super amazing, and I've already learned tons of stuff from her. I can vouch that she's really worthy of a hero's name.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation. Wait, are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natland not too long ago.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders.
Huh? You're saying the Pyro Archon didn't tell you?
No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged herself to the plan, but We need to forge an ancient name to ensure she'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Are you upset?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Honestly, it's probably for the better that she didn't bring this up at the time. Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else. But just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an Outlander is an impossible task.
It's impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's spirit and glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
ஏன் வாய்ஸ் கேட்கல விஏ
They were
தூக்கிட்டானுங்களா
all performed outside of Natland, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natland, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands. Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Malika, of all people, should know better than anyone, yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Hannah gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible. Why do I feel like this has happened before? I think last time, Shilonen just ended up running dozens of laps around the hills nearby.
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off. How to achieve the impossible.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon. If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of our plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Whoa, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings? Yeah! Let's see if we can find some special way to pull this off. If we really can't make it work, I'm sure we can still go back and talk to the Pyro Archon, right?
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record her heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a
Hi bro,
Wyab
Tom and Lunatic, welcome to the stream bro.
We even had a whole conversation with her.
பார்த்து ரொம்ப நாள் ஆகுது.
If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure
நீங்க
something
கன்சன் போறது இல்லையா bro?
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not be enough. I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess.
கன்சன் இன்ஸ்டால் பண்ண இல்ல bro. இன்ஸ்டால் பண்ணலையா?
All things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Silali at the Masters of the Nightwind. The one we call Granny Eatstali.
Oh, we heard that name before. We used her spirit speaker's stone to find Kachina's ancient name. A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. I'm unsure she'd be able to help.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in a room and doesn't like to be disturbed. I've heard that to get her help, you have
bro
to
இதுக்கப்புறம்
extremely
கிச்சன் விளாட
patient
மாட்டீங்களா
with her and
அவ்வளோதான்
know how to keep her spirit up.
I hate to break it to you, but
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And you even managed to save Kachina.
yeah, at the cost of her spirit speaker stone being split into two.
ரெண்டு ஆடிச்சு எம்எல்பி ஒன்லி ப்ரோ ஓகே ப்ரோ
Already off to a rocky start here.
பண்ணுங்க
In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the
அப்போ
Pyro
ஸ்டோரி கேம்ஸ்லாம் பண்ணுங்க ப்ரோ ட்ரிபிள் ஏ கேம்ஸ்
St.
பண்ணுங்க
Lolly would still want to show respect to the
ஓகேவா
Archon.
இன்ஃபெக்ஷன்
Also write
ஸ்ட்ரீம்
you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver
பண்ணதுக்கே
it and mention some good things about you, then
வெண்ண
that should help too.
வேணும் சொல்லிட்டு இருக்காங்க
He
ஓ
understands the whole
ஓகே
situation and is already a familiar face to her. Paimon sure hopes Sahao won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
அப்போ ஸ்டோரி கேம்ஸ் பண்ணுங்க ப்ரோ ட்ரிபிள் கேம்ஸ்லாம் பண்ணுங்க எம்எல்பி பண்ணுங்க அப்படி சைடில் காம்பி கேம் மாதிரி அப்புறம் ஸ்டோரி கேம்ஸ் பண்ணுங்க நல்லா
Please just
போகும்
give me a moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the statue of the Seven later.
Sounds good. We'll take a stroll in the meantime.
ஓகே எங்கே போனோம் கினிச் சாஸ்கே வரையான் எயிட்டு இங்கே தான் இருக்கானா லெட்ஸ் கோ Okay, there we go. கினிச் வாய்ஸ் கேட்கல இந்த விஏ இது வேற ப்ராப்ளம் நிறைய காத்து தூக்கிடுறானுங்க விஏ
It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her.
தூக்கிட்டானுங்க அவ்வளோதான் ஏன்
Wait, so Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
Because we all saw a hero of the past rematerialize right before our eyes. And then Mualani said that a ton of knowledge and memory suddenly flooded her brain. The Pyro Archon explained everything when we came back from the Night Kingdom, including the reason behind the appearance of the hero, as well as the current state of the Night Kingdom. Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Shilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh. Well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side is perhaps the best solace when facing such a bleak reality.
Seat Lolly knows him too? Odd, huh?
Given how the Masters of the Nightwind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most. I've never met Auroran, but if they consider him the odd one, he's got to be pretty far out there.
Huh. Makes sense. But Paimon wonders how Seat Lolly could be the first one to notice Auroran's disappearance if she spends the whole day in her room.
Oh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Auroran and the captain's whereabouts?
for breaking the spirit speakers down?
This is a pretty well thought out plan, as expected of Molly Poke Nietzsche. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Seat Lolly can meet at the
Okay.
stadium in 2 days.
லாலி 2 நாள்ல மீட் பண்ணுங்க.
Take care out there, Kanich.
பைடா சாஸ்கே.
I'll be heading back as well. There's still a few things I need to pack.
Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.
ஓகே. எங்கே போனோம்? வெயிட் அண்டில் மார்னிங். ஒரு நாள் வெயிட் பண்ணுமா? வெயிட் பண்ணிடுவோம். அது வரணும் சரியாக போயிட்டு அதுக்குள்ளே இந்த மிச்சம் மட்டும் கலெக்ட் பண்ணிடுவோம். என்ட்ரிமோஸ் வேடன் எடுக்கிறாங்க. இப்போ வந்து பொருள் எடுத்து நினைக்கிறாங்க ஒன்று வேடன் எடுக்கணும். 350 வச்சு எப்படி நான் வேடன் எடுப்பேன் சீரியஸாக புரியல. இது தெரியல. பார்ப்போம். வேடன் எடுத்தான் பொறுமையாக பண்ணுவோம். டுமாரோ தானே ஓகே இதே டைம் வரும். ஓகே சூப்பர். ஓகே டைம் மாற்றியாச்சு. ஏயா கரெக்டாக பண்ணனே வரல. மார்னிங் அவுட். ஓகே மார்னிங் இன்னொரு நாள் போவோம். கரெக்டாக இங்கே போவோம். அது ஓகே கரெக்டாக 6. போருமா? ஏன் வரல? வெயிட் அண்டில் மார்னிங் ஆஃப் த டே. 2 நாளா? ஒரு நாள் நினச்சிட்டு 2 நாள். ஓகே இது ஒரு நாள் போச்சு. இன்னொரு நாள். ஓகே 2 டேஸும் சொல்ல வேண்டியதுனால ஏன் டே இருக்கீங்க? கூட விளையாட இல்லை என்ன அப்புறம் சொல்கிறீங்க? இல்லையா கூட விளையாட இல்லை. ஓகே போகிறோம். ஏய் என்னயா இது கரெக்டாக தானியா பண்ணுறேன். டேய் மார்னிங் அடே இது என்னடா இது? யூ ஹேவ் சீரியஸ் ரீடிங் ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ். என்ன ப்ரோ எனக்கு தங்கிலீஷ் அவ்வளோவா தெரியாது ப்ரோ. தங்கிலீஷில் பேசுறது அவ்வளோ வராது. இங்கிலீஷில் எது வேணாலும் டைப் பண்ணுங்க நான் கூட சொல்லிவிடுவேன். இது ஒரு நாள் ரெடி ஆஃப்டர் டுமாரோ. இது கூட பண்ணுங்க. சவா என்ன டைம் ஆகுது? இங்கே ஒரு நிமிஷம்.
Knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Shilonen. Let's ask her how things have been going.
ஓகே அதே வந்துருச்சு. வாட்ஸ் த மீனிங் ஆஃப் ஜிஐஜி? ஜிஐஜி அதனால ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நான் சேனல் ஆரம்பிக்கும் போது ஃபுல்லாக கென்ஷனே பண்ணுவோம். கென்ஷனை தவிர வேறு எந்த கேம் பண்ண தேவையில்ல அப்படின்னு நினச்சி வச்சேன். அதுதான் கென்ஷன் இம்பேக்ட் கேம்ஸ் அப்படின்னு. அதை ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஜிஐன்னு வைக்கலாம் பார்த்தேன். எது கென்ஷன் மட்டும் போட்டுக்கிட்டு வேறு கேம்ஸ்லாம் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு தான் இன்னொரு ஜிஐ சேர்த்தேன். ஸோ அப்படி தான் அந்த பேர் வந்துச்சு. ஏன் ஸோ வேறு எதுவும் இல்லை. அப்படியே வந்துட்டோங்க. இங்கே போனோம். Okay.
How's everything going?
Oh, hi, Traveler and Paimon. I have bad news. See, Lolly did not reply to our request.
Yeah.
I suppose I'm not too surprised.
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kenichi a response? Guess she really does have quite the ego.
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Nightwind often struggle to work with her. My guess is that she probably has other reasons for not deigning us with a response. But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person, we can still try to work something out.
That's true. Let's go!
Okay, stadium. Go to the great location. Okay. Stadium. Okay.
Paimon doesn't see anybody. Seems she's just not gonna show up, huh?
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't a subject always answer the call of their Archon?
A subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon. Yes, Mawika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The only thing is that she often has very high expectations of us.
Huh. So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down to earth and easy to get along with. Unlike that old hag Granny Eatstily, right? Does she think she can ignore us?
Yeah, there is she. It's more than time.
About her like she's some kind of huge deal.
Bitte. Ida sama bandana.
If she didn't want to come, she could at least let us know. Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right?
Okay. Bitte
Come on, relax. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
Huh? See, Lolly.
Hey, இது யாரியா?
Your seat, Lolly?
Oh, இவதானா?
Your Granny Eatstily?
Yes, Granny Eatstly. But emphasis on Eatstly, not Granny. You must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a little kid. Oh, wipe that look off your face! You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either. See? I'm barely wearing any makeup.
Did I forget to mention, she's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young. It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
I'm sorry. So, how old are you actually?
How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
வயசை கேட்டது ஒரு குத்தமா?
Your case seems really unique. Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her foot in her mouth. Really, Paimon just got a little mad since we thought, well, you were gonna leave us out to dry.
It was my idea to invite you here, Sweet Lolly. So if you're upset, you can just take it out on me.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need to take all this so seriously. If anything, I'm gonna feel awkward if we keep this going. I received Kenichi's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, "Understood." Besides, just showing up is the most important part, no? But, of course, it's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was a bit awkward to see that everyone else had arrived before me. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology, only to hear you all talking smack about me. Anyway, that's the whole story. Honestly, it's not like I owed you an explanation anyway.
What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
When the master's
She's very
if he struggle dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself. Everything she does and says seems a little forced.
Anyway, Shilonen, I heard that you require my help in crafting an ancient name.
ஆமாயா?
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
I see. So Mawika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an Outlander. Well, that would be a first. And you've also heard all about Auroron. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the Fatui of his own volition. He must have been coerced somehow.
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Auroron back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you.
Okay.
Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds. A weary yet free soul, even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage. Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night. Huh? Don't move.
Multiplayer PC games ஆடுனா சொல்றேன் ப்ரோ. ஓகே ப்ரோ.
Shoo! That should do it. You just returned from the Night Kingdom,
சேர்ந்து
so
ஆடலாம்.
some
ஓகே
fragments
ப்ரோ.
of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
Going to buy food. ஓகே ப்ரோ. சாப்பிடுங்க. Bye bye.
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind, and generally worsen your mood.
Well, in that case, better to get rid of them.
அப்போ நீங்கள் எமுலேட்டர் போட ட்ரை பண்ண வேண்டியதானே ப்ரோ? இதுக்கு மொபைல்லே ஆடுறீங்க. எமுலேட்டர் போட்டால் கொஞ்சம் பெரிய ஸ்க்ரீனு நல்லா தெரியும். ட்ரை பண்ணலாமே.
Shilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you brought Auroran back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night? But
Okay.
don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one
நான்
of
ஐபேடில் தான் ஆடிட்டு இருக்கேன். ஐபேட்லையா? ஐபேட்னா ஓகே தான்.
entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the
இதுவே
abyss.
பெருசாக இருக்கு. ஓகே.
Oh, so you're basically
MLB PC-ல
powerful than the Wyab of the tribes.
அது கஷ்டம்.
That makes sense, being the lord of the entire Night Kingdom and all.
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more
Okay, bye bro.
powerful than the
பார்த்துக்கலாம்.
other.
அப்புறம் பார்ப்போம்.
Never mind. That's not important. It would take too much time to explain. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night to achieve the state of the trance. I'll make a list. Can any of you get everything for me?
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with St. Lolly to track down Auroran.
Phew, the Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please, be careful during your investigation. If you need any help, just come find me.
Yep, we'll be sure to play it safe.
ஓகே. ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை.
All right, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. Oh, I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Auroran's place to look for clues. He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about his phlogiston aphids, which I assume is because their keeper has been gone for quite some time. And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons. My guess is they were left by Snezhnayan arms.
Oh, sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they want with him? That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Natlan, he must have done something to attract their attention. In any case, we'll get to the bottom of this once we manage to get him back here. I'm truly sorry to put you two through all this trouble with me. But please help me get him back.
You can count on us!
All right, then let's start by heading to where Auroran was seen last.
ஓகே. போயா. 2 hours ஆச்சா? சூப்பரா. ஓகே, எங்கேயா டிபி பண்ணுறது ஒன்று இருக்கு. இதை போய் ஓப்பன் பண்ணிடலாம். இதை ஒன்று பண்ணி இதை பிடிச்சி அப்படின்னு வந்துடும். இது என்னோட மெயின் தெரியல, பார்ப்போம். artifacts talents. லைக் ப்ரிமோஸ் இதை பிடிச்சி அங்கே போயிடலாம். Let's go. இங்கே தான் இருக்குது.
Take it easy.
Your domain, I guess it's domain. இல்லை domain இல்லை, அவ்வளோ domain இல்லை.
This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Auroron speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Auroron really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him, or perhaps trying to extract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight.
Didn't Kanich say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this.
Auroron? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place. Oh well, let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find him. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track his movements. Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Huh? What trail? Paimon doesn't see anything.
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things. Here, give me your hand.
Oh.
How about now?
What do you see? Whoa, Paimon can see it now too!
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston too.
Wow, you can even share your senses with us? First time Paimon's heard anything like that.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. Between the two of you, it seems the Traveler's senses are a bit stronger than Paimon's. When I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track...
Over here, this way!
Okay.
Sweet Lolly might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
What was that? What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me? But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns. But given the looks on their faces just now... Or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right? Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
Huh? Was that Sweet Lolly's voice?
குட்டியா கேக்குது உங்களுக்கு? No way. ஓ, அந்த இது கொடுத்தால பவர் மேபி அதெல்லாம் இருக்கலாம். ஆமாங்க.
Now that
அதுதான்.
I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends.
Hi bro. இதா இருக்கீங்களா? Simon. நம்ம டெலிபதி போல.
Oh, they appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
அப்படியே ஃபாலோ பண்ணி போவோம்.
Hey, looks like there's a new camp over there.
கேம்ப் யார் யூஸ் பண்ணதுதான்?
Yeah, judging by Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely looks like people set up camp here.
Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd. Let me see.
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Auroron was indeed being threatened. We've got to find him. Fast.
ஸ்டார்டிங்ல டுட்டோரியல் ப்ளே பண்ணிருக்கேன் ப்ரோ. டுட்டோரியலா? எந்த கேம்? இந்த கேம்க்கா? ஓ, அதனால தெரியுது. அப்புறம் அப்படியே விட்டீங்களா?
What if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him caught in the crossfire. No, I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No, I've got to stay calm and keep my composure.
ஆமாம் ப்ரோ, Genshin Impact தான். அப்புறம் ப்ளே பண்ணலை. ஓகே ப்ரோ. ஆனால் நீங்கள் இப்போ ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிங்கன்னா கூட உங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப மாதம் எடுக்கும் நான் இருக்கிற இடத்துக்கு நீங்கள் வர்றதுக்கு. ரொம்ப கஷ்டம் ப்ரோ ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிங்கன்னா. ஆனால் இதுக்கு அனிமே கூட வருதுன்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. அது தெரிஞ்சு கேம் முடிஞ்சாதான் அப்படியே பண்ணுவாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். யூஃபோ டபுள் தான் பண்ணுறோம். அந்த டீமன் ஷேர் பண்ணால அந்த ஸ்டூடியோ தான். ப்ரோ இந்த அந்த கிரைண்ட் அவ்வளோ எடுக்கும் ப்ரோ.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well.
Kanich told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me.
Yeah.
There are signs of a struggle here. Judging from
Okay.
what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air support that.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Auroron wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatui?
சில்லாலே இன்செக்யூர் போல. ஓ. Okay.
There are 2 signals leading from here. We should split up as well. I'll take this direction and leave the other one to you. Let's meet up again later.
ஓகேயா, அப்புறம் பார்ப்போம். ஒரு ஏன்ஷியன் நேமுக்காக இவ்வளோலாம் பண்ண வேண்டியதாக இருக்கு.
It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. Ah, you little brat.
Holy.
Now she goes. Traveler, did you hear all of that as well?
Oh yeah.
Once Lolly left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response.
Okay.
So you were thinking the same thing. Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads. She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're a special case and can hear her thoughts as a side effect. If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
Okay. Split up the தனியாக போய் தர போகிறோமா? இப்போ
Take it easy.
Paimon sees some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead.
let's go. Okay.
Did you find something? Huh. So we can't tell where Auroron might have gone from here. That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops. We can't make anything of these footprints either. But he can't have just evaporated into the
இதே
thin
Genshin
air,
Impact
right?
PC version. ஆமாம் ப்ரோ, PC version தான்.
He had all those Fatui with him.
90 GB ப்ரோ கேம் சைஸ். GTA 5 சைஸுக்கு கொண்டு போயிட்டான். அப்டேட்டாக விட்டு 90 GB வச்சு பாருங்க.
You can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth.
ஓ, நீதானா அது? ப்ரோ 90 GB. இப்போ 5 வருஷமா இருக்குல்ல கேம். பண்ணுங்களா? என்னாச்சு? ஓகே. எங்க கூட்டிட்டு போறான்? என்ன இடம் அது? எப்படி நம்ம எங்க வந்தோம்? நைட் கிங்டம் எப்படியா வந்தோங்க? இவன் தான் அந்த பைக் இல்லையா?
I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you.
Okay. GTA 5 ஸ்டார்டிங்ல 50
I
GB
apologize that our first meeting has to
அதுவும்
take
தான்
place
ப்ரோ
like this.
அப்டேட் ஆமாம்
It's just that you're much
ஆன்லைனில்
like
இருக்கிறனால
winged
90 GB
animals
கொண்டு
with
போனான்
ears that
GTA
perk
5
up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency,
GTA
I
6
would not have
150
been
GB
able to
இருக்குன்னு
gain an
சொல்கிறாங்க
advantage over you
நம்ம முடியுமான்னு தெரியல
anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I'm Auroron.
ஒருவரான் ஏய் ஆம்பர் ஐ இருக்கியா ஒரு கண் இன்னொரு கலர் இன்னொரு கலர்
The Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui.
பிட்ரேட்டு உண்மைதானே வர பஃபரிங் ஆகுது
Brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the lingering
என்னையா
smoke.
வெச்சரோட அதிகமாக போகுது
We left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however.
சரிங்க ஒரு நிமிஷம்
It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for
ஆமாம்
us
5
to
GB தான் ப்ரோ AC2 ஓகே இப்போ கரெக்டாக இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன் பிட்ரேட் ஓகே இட்ஸ் கேப்பட்டினோ எப்படி அங்கே வந்த
Be careful with this traveler. Her soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more
ஆமாம் ஏசி
fragile in the
ஷேடோஸ் எவ்வளோ
process.
ஜிபி ப்ரோ
It's taking
புதுசாக
all
வந்த
my
கேமு
concentration to hold on to her.
தெரிஞ்சா சொல்லுங்க
It was I who tasked Auroron with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom. I've heard much about you from the past encounters
Okay,
you've had
bro.
with my colleagues. Given
Buffering
the present situation in
okay.
Natlan, I would like to
5G
sincerely request a
unlimitedல
formal meeting with you.
அவ்வளோவா ஸ்டேபிளாக அவ்வளோவா இருக்காது பரவாயில்ல தானே
I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as
This
well
is
as
Erleya,
my distrust
sure.
in Alwika, the Pyro Archon. I
Nadia,
believe there is
what's
little
going on?
reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember,
Okay.
not a word of this to anyone. I would like
Okay,
to
யாருக்கும் சொல்ல
avoid
மாட்டேயா
further conflict.
You will see me again once you return to reality.
115 GB
Please help me keep this a
போட்டிருக்கு
secret.
கூகுளில்
This is all to
115
avoid dragging Granny into
115
this
GB
conflict.
ஓகே தான் அந்த கேம் ஓகே தான் இப்போ வர எல்லா ட்ரிபிள் கேமும் 100 ஜிபிக்கு மேலே தான் கூட கொடுக்குறோம் அண்டர் இன்ஜின் 5ல பண்ண கேமு அப்புறம் புதுசாக பண்ணிக்கலாம் ஃபியூச்சர்லாம் போனால் ஆர்டர்ஸ் வாங்குற நிலைமை கூட வரும் போல் எஸ்எஸ்டியை வாங்க முடியாதுல்ல
Hey, what happened just now? You suddenly collapsed and stopped responding.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
See, Lolly! She froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground.
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere? Don't worry. We can take a short break.
இனிமே
Sorry,
கேம்லாம்
I know I asked for your
இனிமே
help,
கேம்
but
அண்டர்
had I
இன்ஜின்
known you were feeling
அண்டரில்
unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with
பண்ண
me.
அவ்வளோதான் ப்ரோ ரிப்பு ஆமாம் ஆமாம் அண்டரில் பண்ணால் ரிப்பு தான் நல்ல பிசி வேணும் ஸ்டோரேஜும் தேவைப்படும் குவாலிட்டி சூப்பராக இருக்கும் பண்ணுறது
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. See, Lolly should be able to, exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just say the word.
குவாலிட்டி சூப்பர் ப்ரோ ஆனால் ஆப்ரேஸ் பண்ணணும் இது அண்டர் இன்ஜின் 5 பண்ணுற கேமு நானே மார்வல் ரைவ்ஸ் ட்ரை பண்ணேன். கேம்
In
லான்ச் கூட
any
ஆகல
case,
ப்ரோ.
let's take a bit more time to rest now.
மார்வல் ரைவ்ஸ்.
Need to be more careful next time.
Feeling better yet, Traveler?
All right, let's get ready.
ப்ரோ ஓகே ஓகே.
I followed my
பண்ணணும்
host
ஆனா
and
பண்ண
trail
மாட்டேறானுங்க.
earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a
அது
feeling
ஏன்னு
that
தெரியல.
Auroron is probably being held
ஆஃபீஸ்
inside.
பண்ணதான் எனக்கு நான் மார்வல் ரைவ்ஸே ட்ரை பண்ணியிருப்பேன்.
Oh, so it's close by.
லான்ச் கூட ஆகல ப்ரோ. கேம்.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. We either move as one or not at all. But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
ஓகே இங்கே இருக்கணும். கேம்ப் ஸ்டேஜ் ஓகே ஓகே. கேம்புக்கு வரமா? ஜிபி பண்ண முடியுமா? இங்கே தானா? சூப்பர். Let's go.
Look over there.
Huh? Paimon thinks she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
That's Auroron. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
All right, we'll take the lead.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
I cannot see the sun.
What?
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside.
Huh? Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo-jumbo.
Wow. I'm going to rip that guy's head right off.
See, Lolly's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready? Let's go kick their butts. On my count. 3, 2, 1! Still trying to resist? You've got no idea who you're up against. Vengeance will be mine. Shudder.
One guess.
Quietly, now. Let's light it up. Time to go. Busted. Game's up. Time's over.
Can't run from death.
I'm going in.
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Huh?
Looks like I went too far.
Gotcha.
Crush. Hurry up. This one's well done.
Busted.
You need to hurry up.
Things are about to get dicey. Take it easy. Auroron!
Granny!
Paimon knows she's called Granny Eatsley, but it's still kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
And greetings to you too, other Granny.
What did you just call her?
Granny. Is that not right? You are Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you're also a granny.
Okay.
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
Oh, wait. He's not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a... Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Auroron? Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid? Heed the 3 warnings.
Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going to get you into trouble sooner or later. But getting kidnapped? That really takes the cake. You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be launching another search and rescue operation to find out where they put your severed head.
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next time.
Next time? Oh, good one. You think there'll be a next time after this? Not a chance. They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about Natlan's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay, now answer me honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after his battle with the Pyro Archon?
Yes.
So why did you do it?
Because they said they would need my help from there on.
Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Nightwind, and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening. Even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic. Have you forgotten the words that I've taught you?
I'm sorry.
Forget it. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your innocence. Let's clean this place up and get back to the city. Auroron, you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions. Also, once we return to the city, come to the speaker's chamber with me. I'll need you to explain everything.
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well?
Your vegetables?
Yes. I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro Archon won't be too picky about the selection.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that. If you do come face to face with the Pyro Archon, the first thing you should do is...
Recite the 3 warnings.
Huh? No! You should emphasize that you were not in cahoots with the Fatui!
How exactly did the Masters raise this guy?
Oh, right.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
ஓகே வந்துட்டேன். ஓ ரொம்ப அதிகமாக இருக்கும் யானைக்கு. இல்லையா நான் பண்ண தேவையில்ல. Let's go. ஓகே ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆரம்பிப்போம். Let's go. Go to the speaker chamber. Okay, let's go.
I see. So Auroron came to the captain's rescue because he promised to help him in exchange for Lali's safety.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Now that you know Auroron was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her forgiveness?
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Lali is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from custody.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste here. I still have other things to do.
Understood. Thank you very much. Mr. Auroron, please report back to the Speaker's chamber as soon as you've received notice of the Archon's decision.
I understand. Thank you. And thank you too, Granny.
Well, at least you won't need to hide your face anymore.
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your help. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my side of the deal. Once Auroron is settled, I'll go talk to Shilonen and get started on forging an ancient name for you.
Oh, thank you!
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's as good as done. You can just go twiddle your thumbs or something while you wait for the good news. Bye for now. Come with me, Auroron. We've got to find you a place to stay for the night.
Goodbye, Mother Granny.
We're finally done. Alright, it's time to find some grub. Huh? What is it, Traveler? What? That captain? Sorry. Paimon just didn't see that coming. So you really saw him in the Night Kingdom? And he didn't attack you? Oh, that Auroron, what is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. Paimon would have never guessed anything was happening. All that stuff about protecting Seat Lally and being forced to help the Fatui, when he's actually been a willing accomplice all along. Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your choice no matter what, so if you want to go, we can go together. We still have another whole day before the meeting, so we'll just meet with them when the time comes.
Okay, wait until 12:20. Time மாத்துவோம். அங்க time there we go. Now wait until tomorrow. Next day. அடுத்த நாள். Okay, மாத்தியாச்சு time.
I got a new letter from an informant.
Agreed location. Okay, வாயா. Rendezvous point க்கு போறோம். இங்க தானா? Let's go. Okay, let's go.
Take it easy.
Okay, இங்க தான் கேம்பா. Okay.
Weird. Paimon doesn't see anyone. Oh, please don't let this be a trap. What was that?
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
It's you. You shouldn't pop up from behind people like that. What are you, a ghost?
I'm terribly sorry. It's just a force of habit.
And what's with you apologizing all the time? You sound so polite and honest, but you're actually doing shady stuff behind people's backs.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound really similar, you know.
Oh, so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
Well, I could. It's all
Okay.
clear. Over to you.
Excellent. The fact that you
Cappuccino.
showed up proves that I was right about your
ஐயோ
character.
கேபிட்டனோ எப்படி அங்கே வந்தான் நல்லா மாட்டி விட்டாயா
Yet,
எனக்கு
I
இன்ஃபர்மேஷன்
didn't
தான் தேவை
want to talk about you.
Come
A
on.
child told me that you're passionate about
Child
the
ah?
unknown and willing to
அவன்
take
எப்படிடா
risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side. If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid. I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person. And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon Malwika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back? If any part of the plan goes awry, all of Natlan, even all of Tevat, will pay for her mistakes. Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along, the details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you?
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan. Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the Abyss. We have to make the decision for her, here and now.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa plan?
I knew you'd be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged. And now, I have found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
Someone's here.
Huh? The captain disappeared!
Something is rapidly approaching. Oh no.
Something! Bad news, chump! It's your granny!
ஓ ஸ்டாலி வந்துட்டாயா கரெக்டாக மாட்டினான்
When did you get here?
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to. How dare you go behind our backs like this, Auroron? Colluding with the Fatui? Really? Oh, here we go again. Cat got your tongue, huh? You really think you can avoid a scolding just by staying quiet?
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh, and now you're talking back. Well, go on then. Explain yourself. What the heck are you up to?
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so guilty.
You! That's it! Where are my tools? I swear if I don't teach you a lesson right here and now, I'll...
Wait, Molly! Please calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain isn't trying to seize the Gnosis anymore. So maybe just save the scolding for later, okay?
Listen well, Auroron. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. This isn't over. You hear me? You're right, Traveler. Let's go. We can discuss this more back in the city. You two keep an eye on Auroron for me, okay?
ஓகே என் பண்ணிக்கலாம். பாய் கைஸ், நம்ம நாளைக்கு பார்ப்போம். Genshin ஓட